What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing a time-lapse build on the E92, and I'll just be doing something different today. It'll be kind of a walkthrough, or not a walkthrough, a commentary on what I'm doing, and that way kind of gives a little bit better insight on like what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, stuff like that. So let's get right to it. Here we go. So we're going to start with the plane. We're going to throw an editable poly in there. I'm going to first establish the curvature of the fender. So I'm going to add a loop right in the middle, and then now I'm going to take away some polys that I do not, that I don't need. I want to make my life as simple as possible, so having a bunch of like extra polys and stuff makes it a lot harder. So first we're going to establish the general shape of the fender. So as you can see, I laid out the front, or the top part of the fender, and just kind of outline it just so I can get a general shape. And kind of, you want to do the overall shape first and then the details, because you don't want to get stuck on the tiny details and then have to change everything as you go. So as you see here, I'm going to select the edge. I'm going to hold shift, extrude down, and that will create another edge and another set of polygons, and that will help kind of create your more efficient workflow. We're going to do that same technique, same shortcut for pretty much the rest of the fender. We're going to add some loops here, some swift loop. I have it set to my like right click quads, the shortcut quads. It's a very useful tool to add just a loop around the polygons and insert more vertices and stuff. So we're gonna try to create the area around that vent, the side blinker, whatever that's called. Same thing, selecting the edge, extrude down. Now once you let go of the click, it will end that extrude, and then if you click again, it will extrude another set of polygons. So be aware of that. You can use it to your advantage sometimes, like how I am. Instead of having to extrude and then add more loops in, I just keep on clicking, and that way it inserts loops for me. As you can see, the overall fender is very simple in terms of like the stock fender. So I'm just gonna mimic kind of how the stock one fits, and then we can get into the four standard look. As you can see, I like to really try to make everything even in terms of the polygons. So if there's like a really area with a lot of polygons and some areas with no polygons at all, like I don't know if it probably is better that way, like it makes the object flow better, but I like to make things even. So as you can see here, I'm making the lip of the fender by selecting the edge of the fender and then holding shift, or clicking R for scale, this shortcut for scale, and then hold shift, drag in, and that will scale it inwards and also extrude an edge along with it. So what I've done here is I've pretty much created the general shape that I want for the fender, and we're gonna move on to the front corner. Because that front corner of the fender is really what defines the whole kit. That really aggressive arch and the little under headlight area. So we're gonna make that first. So I'm making a plane. I like to start with the planes because it gives me a lot of flexibility. Don't have to mess with a lot of polygons and stuff. So same thing, I'm gonna we'll end up creating the whole fender, and we're just doing half of it, and then we're just gonna use symmetry for the other half. So we're just creating this extension piece right here, and then just really manipulating the vertices. There probably is a faster way. I haven't really figured out a better way other than this one. It's very like tedious a little bit, but it gives the best results, I think. I'm just gonna follow the stock bumper's curves, and we're gonna try to connect to the lip of the fender. Now what I could have done, which that might have been better, was to just extrude out the fender and then extrude it to the front. That might have like kept the curves to be like exactly in line a lot quicker. Whereas as you see right here, I'm trying to like align it manually. But I added an edge there, but then I thought, the edge is not really gonna add much value at all, so select the whole edge, you hold shift and then you hit backspace and that'll delete the edge and the vertices altogether. Same thing, we're establishing the curvature of the arch and the curves and all the little details. So not many like special tools or skills necessary, it's just more of the patience and having to really compare to the picture and kind of see what I gotta do. I'm gonna add a loop right here just so I can get that extra adjustment along the surface of that. Okay, so we're gonna delete all those polygons there because, as I said, it just really has no use and it'll probably be a pain in the ass later on when I'm trying to do like the grill area. Alright, so now you can really see the general shape, and we're gonna start to just to kind of see the end result, kind of get an eyeball feel of it. Using smoothing groups, you select the polygons and then you assign it to a specific smoothing group. And if you want a different part to have a different look to it, like not all blend together, then you assign it to a different smoothing group. This way it does actually smooth out that surface without having to use turbo smooth, mesh smooth, and at render time it like keeps the same amount of poly, so it doesn't like multiply. Here we're going to extend the fender a tiny bit just because looking at the picture, the reference photo, it seemed to extend out a lot more than what I had it as. Now you'll see me here, I do like to have all my vertices straight and like in line as much as I can. That way, like honestly I think it does make the mesh a lot smoother looking and like it's better topology. Everything's evenly spaced and there's no like weird edges and stuff. So same, select the edge, extrude in. We're gonna create the area under the headlight. I'm gonna add a swift loop just so I can extrude out the area right next to the kidneys. So stuff like that, you want to kind of look out for unnecessary vertices and edges because those will really screw you up later on. Alright, so as you see here, I'm using chamfer to give it a more realistic edge. I've been using this tool a lot and it really helps create more of like a not as sharp of an edge. In real life nothing is that perfectly sharp, so really have to chamfer on that. But that is the first part of this series. I'll be doing a couple more on on the rest of the car. So stay tuned and see you on the next one. Peace.